Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode 25 of GGrated. I am Gino, and this is Gray that you see driving in a car. He is not driving, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
I'm not driving. My wife is driving. It's me. It's my doggy. We're on the road, and we got a show to do. Let's go!
Hello, welcome to GGrated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
All right. Oh, I almost started the intro twice. Guys, thanks for stopping in. We're going to have a little bit of a lag. As you see, Gray has his hands full of dog right now at the front seat. But we're dedicated to get this episode going, kind of tell you a little bit of news, have a little fun, and then we're going to enjoy it with the families a little bit. Gray, how's the ride going so far, man?
It's going good. It's a little scrunched up in here. We're planning on having another kid, and I'm pretty sure we're going to outgrow old Bronco.
You just throw that out there, huh?
It's really tight right now. I got a dog in my lap, but I'm loving it. It's August. Oh my gosh, Ellie, stop. No, everything's great. We have a tent on the roof. We're going to go camp out. Got hair in my mouth. Everything's great. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Working a lot of Mardi Gras, and just did some baseball evaluations this morning. Getting ready for being the head coach of my son's t-ball team for the second year in a row. I'm trying to earn that contract, so just doing a little bit of work.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
with that being said, man, do you want to go ahead and jump straight into, or do you have anything to say? I mean, I kind of just jumping into game and moment of the week, but
no, I don't have much to say other than welcome and welcome to GGrated. We're gonna go over some stuff. We're gonna talk about some stuff. It's gonna be great. Yeah, we can go into the game and moment of the week.
Let's do it. All right.
Game and moment of the week.
What you got, man?
I know mine. Do you know yours? Okay. I got a game called The Surge. So I talked about The Surge last week some. The Surge is a Dead Souls or Dark. What is the name of that game? Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Dark Souls-like game where you're traversing through a futuristic factory trying to find out why everything has gone haywire. You can check it out on Steam. It's called The Surge. I believe it's also on PlayStation, Xbox, everything else. Well, there's this one part where, dude, I swear, like I did this boss level probably 24 times. And each time I had to traverse for a minute or two. I got to walk through all these kind of corridors and stuff to get over to the boss. So every time I died, I would have to do that all over again and then get down to the boss. And it was this giant robotic spider creature with jetpacks and flamethrowers and like a bunch of legs you got to chop off, and it spins and it flies, and dude, awesome. It was so hard. Like I died so many times. But
wait, did you get him?
Yeah, so like I would do it. Well, listen to this. There was more than one time I got him down to like a sliver of health, and then I would die.
That sounds like one of those Souls games, just like that. You get so close and you have to start all the way over. So Josh is
I figured out where
I think he's lost a little bit.
So
I think he's going through a bad spot a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Cool. So there was one part that I figured out where after you chop off all of his legs, and those that have played this boss will know, after you chop off all of his legs and he starts trying to like hit you with the flamethrowers, you can go in between his flamethrower and start hitting on his main head. And that's kind of how I discovered how to do it. I did that. It wasn't that hard. But that's the whole thing with these type of games, man. It's like you gotta figure out the rhythm and the weaknesses, when to dodge and all that. But I had a really fun time with getting myself strong enough to actually beat this boss. So that was my gaming moment of the week.
Good. That's
boss number 2 in the Surge.
I still need to play that game just to pick it up. But if I'm being honest with myself, just like I'm honest with you, it just won't happen anytime soon because of all these games we have to play. Like I have Pal World downloaded and I've still yet to start that game because I've been working so much. Good job, buddy. And then my son's just crushing Sonic over here, going level to level. So
yeah.
But I'll say this. My gaming moment had to do with, believe it or not, because I've been kind of on the move a little bit with Mardi Gras that and working so much, is with my analog pocket. So if nobody knows what an analog pocket is, it's like a modern Game Boy. Okay, they got a really good backlit LCD screen in it. It can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color. They got adapters for Game Boy Advance as well, and they got other adapters for like Neo Geo and all this you can put in the back of it. And it has back buttons on it as well. It has FPGA, which is like an emulator on there pretty much that can play all these systems, emulate all these systems. So I busted it out this week and I was like, man, let me play some Super Nintendo. And I don't know if you remember this, but it was a Simpsons game involving Bart while I don't know if you play this or not. I don't know if are you still there, Gray? Kind of froze up a little bit. Well, while he's unfreezing, I'll tell you all about it. So he's kind of going probably through a bad area, guys. But this Bart Simpson game has where Bart is falling asleep for his homework. The name of the game is you have to wake him up by completing certain little tasks on the street. So Bart Simpson's kind of rolling around the town and he has to jump over these weird things happening, statues and all that. But when you find a piece of paper, you jump on the piece of paper. And when you jump on the piece of paper, it goes into 2 doors. So when you have 2 doors, you have to pick the left or the right door. And when you go in that door, then it brings you into like one of them was an Indiana Jones scene where he's literally having to jump rock to rock and fire's coming at him. If you jump on a rock that has fire coming from it, you fall, you have a little devil chasing you. And so it was the weirdest little stuff happening. And I couldn't get through those levels. But there's like a thing where you blow bubbles. And if you get kissed, if you get Lisa Simpson, I guess it is a fairy. If you go underneath her, she turns you into a frog. The only way to not be a frog is have an old grandma kiss you and blow a kiss towards you. So all that, kind of my gaming moment of the week is just sitting there and getting sucked into the Super Nintendo game, just playing some Simpsons that I used to play. So and you can ride a skateboard and
awesome.
And all that. So it was pretty fun. Yeah.
That's really cool. I would like to go back and revisit some of those. Well, actually, it wouldn't be revisiting because I don't think I ever played that one, but I'm pretty sure I have every SNES game. So I'm gonna have to try it out.
Well, when we started this channel, guys, we got into retro pretty good and was actually playing with each other and everything. So we have to go back to the roots a little bit at some point and try some of these retro games and just make a gaming night out of it and kind of take a break from these modern. The problem is 2024 is such a banger of a year for games right now that it's hard to sit here and just go back whenever these new games are like awesome to experience right now. I think a couple years ago when we started, it was kind of a dull moment for gaming. I mean, would you think the same?
Things weren't as exciting for me, especially because I didn't have a Steam Deck. After I got the Steam Deck, that kind of opened up a lot more game time for so there's times when I'm at home I can't play during the week that much. So
Yeah,
it opened up a lot of game time for me on my breaks and stuff at work.
I agree. I agree. And I think with all that combined, but this year has just been such a banger or whatever that we haven't had time for that. But we're gonna have to revisit that, guys. And if we do that, we'll make sure we set up a stream ahead of time and let y'all know of that. With that being said, you want to go into the gaming news of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So what you got? What you got?
Man, I don't really have too much. I will say that Power World is up to 19 million players have downloaded this game.
Holy crap.
19
That's
million.
amazing.
It's insane. It's insane. We kind of went over that a little bit the last time. Some other news: Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League has been released. That game, apparently, just be aware of it. I will give it some time, just like a lot of these DC games. Over time, it will go on sale at some point. You'll probably be able to get the same game for like $5 later on, you know?
So is it like a fighting game? I haven't really looked at it.
It is. It's a fighting game. It's based from the same people that made the Arkham series, but the problem is that it's not resonating too much. They have not done a great job. So the best thing I can compare it to is I saw a video, Gray, where it compares side by side to the Arkham series. And Arkham Batman, if anybody does not know what I'm talking about, those series, that 3 games was amazing. Like, it was great game, great graphics. Yeah. So they put a comparison up, and that game, the latest one, was 9 years ago. Can you believe that? The Batman Arkham.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
You would think it would be even better, right? And it's just not good, man. It is not good. So, and then people seem to be surprised in reference to Suicide Squad when they was killing, like really viciously killing the Justice League. And it's in the title, but people were getting very upset about this.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with the DCU property. It seems like they never give folks what they want.
No.
They always just kind of like dance around it.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys.
But I mean, I know some other news. I know they had a state of play, Gray. I don't know what you're going over.
I got some news too.
Okay. Well, I'll just say real quick, they had a state of play with PlayStation. Not too much. If you want us to kind of do a video, a little overview of what they announced for the state of play, PlayStation state of play, let me know. I can do a quick video on that. But drop it down in the comments and let me know that. But they are February 6th, I believe. They are going to have another PlayStation State of Play for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, giving a little firsthand gameplay and stuff like that. So, the rumor is they're supposed to leave a demo. So, y'all be on the lookout for that. February 6th, a demo. Definitely the PlayStation fans to have a demo for that. That's all I got.
Well, my news involves the one and only Hideo Kojima. Holy moly, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the Death Stranding 2 trailer?
I did. I watched it, yes.
It is crazy. There's a dude with a guitar fighting a samurai.
I knew you would like that.
It's so cool. I was like, it is so weird. And it's awesome because I beat the first one.
That's the same guy, isn't it?
Story. Yeah.
So he's back.
I beat the first Death Stranding. Yep. Norman Reedus and the fetus are back.
But the bad guy, was he the bad guy in the first one too? The guitar guy?
He was one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's back, but he's back. And also Hideo Kojima announced another game that he's working on, and I think is more of an action shooter, which would be pretty cool. I forget the name of it.
That's not. I don't think they released the name. They're just saying they're working on it, and I heard it's not going to come out till 2020, 2035 or something like that. PlayStation 6. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the second game that they're talking about they're working on, what everybody's suspecting, what they're saying is going to be probably the PlayStation 6 is what they think it's going to be on.
Heck, man. And
Did I just
also, I
burst your
think,
bubble?
yeah, because I was all excited for it. That stinks. So, and also, I think that Hideo Kojima is working on a movie that's going to tie into
Yeah.
it too. Maybe.
Yeah. But can
I would be interested to see that.
Can I say this though to you? I mean, did you enjoy the first game? Like ultimately enjoy it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think the second game, people was kind of hopeful that the Death Stranding 2 would get away from the delivering packages thing, because they pretty much say it's a packages sim, pretty much.
People are so weird about that. Like it's not though.
I think he's breaking up again. All right, guys. So of course, it wouldn't be GG rated with a little bit of technical difficulties, but what we decided is we're going to cut the video feed so we can get a little bit better audio for Gray's side, and he's going to pick up in reference to what he was talking about with Death Stranding. So you were saying that's the same bad guy as the first one in the second one, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. It's one of them. So there's a bad guy on. There's actually a couple of them, but one of them. Well, I'm gonna stop there because I'm not gonna do any spoilers just in case
am I messing it
hasn't
up?
beat the
And I'm
first
messing.
one yet.
I'm messing everybody up.
No, because like you're gonna no.
So what we're gonna do?
Because there's like more than one bad guy. So
yeah,
it's
what
all
I'm
gravy.
What I'm gonna do is every time I spoil it for somebody, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, every time, and talk over.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, so you're excited about Death Stranding 2. So you think there's people out there that's excited about, even though it's kind of like a simulation delivery package game, is what the worst critics say. The worst critics.
Yeah.
You think
so
it's
that's
still
what I was kind of trying to say before, is like I think those are such bad critics because they haven't played through the whole game. I mean, there's more than just delivering packages.
Yeah.
Now, that is a little bit of the core gameplay, but the mechanics, there's a lot of mechanics involved there with like trying to balance your weight. You can traverse the area on like vehicles and stuff, and you're going to fight monsters along the way. Like, there's a lot more to it. I can see how folks would think that, but I really enjoyed this game because, look, I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. I'm a big Hideo Kojima fan. He just does weird stuff.
And it's beautiful, man. He makes such beautiful games, man.
Oh, dude. And, like, I could run this game in 4K 60.
Oh,
4K 60. And it was beautiful. Like, it was running off of NVIDIA DLSS, and it looked perfect. It was really amazing. So, I'm just excited.
I really
for the next one. I'm excited to see what direction they took the story.
I really want to finish. I'm not a critic of the game, really. I wish there was a little bit more fighting and stuff, a little bit more kind of like Metal Gear, but I really love playing that game on the Steam Deck. So that's a game I'm really going to play again on the Steam Deck and kind of try. I need to try to beat it. I hear it's not too long, but just I remember when they have like the acid rain that ages you in the game. So this rain comes down, guys, and when it touches your hand, if it touches your hand, it ages you like 20 years per raindrop. So when that was happening, it was just such gorgeous graphics. I mean, the rain just looks so realistic and everything. So I can only imagine whenever you get to the next one, what it's going to look like at the end of the PlayStation 5 era, or possibly a PlayStation Pro that comes out, how much they can kind of push those graphics or even the frame rates, in reference to it. So I'm kind of excited about it as well, but I can't get the second without being the first, which I'm in the same shoes for Alan Wake right now. So I played a little bit of that this week as well.
Yeah, so I'm like you. I want there to be more action. There's one level off of Death Stranding 1 where you go back in time to like Vietnam and stuff, and it is so freaking cool and
Yeah.
it looks amazing. So I wish they would do more stuff like that. Um, Hopefully they will. I'm sure they will. I'm sure this one's going to be even crazier because if you've kept track of the Metal Gear Solids, like each
Yeah.
one just got
Yeah.
crazier and crazier. So
It's got better and better, and they're supposed to be remaking those, but we're not going to get into all that. But I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan as well, so especially the very first
yeah,
one, the very first one I am. But with that being said, man, let's go into the next section, and I think you got a movie this time. Believe it or not, guys, we do rate and talk about movies as well, especially if there's a movie that we enjoyed and all that that maybe you've not heard of. We kind of talk about some, or if there's some upcoming movies. So this podcast, we're going to kind of go into the movie section.
let's do.
All right.
So this is pretty exciting. I'm excited because this is a movie that I used to watch a lot when I was a little kid, and the movie is Three Ninjas. Not part two, not part three, or whatever other bull junk that they made. I'm talking about the first one.
Bull
It is
junk.
excellent, and let me tell you, it holds up. It holds up. The choreography, the action, the comedy, it's all there, baby. And my son, who is 5, he enjoyed it very, very much.
So I got a couple questions for
we
you with
watched it
this,
together.
real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
What year was it? Did it come out?
It's 90s.
Or around what time?
Okay,
90s?
I'm gonna get you to look it up for me. I'm guessing 93 is my guess.
Okay.
If you could look it up for me.
1992.
Say,
1992.
oh, see, I was close.
That's not bad. So it's one of these 90s films and all, which is great, dude. Like the 90s karate during the 90s, because that's when Karate Kid and all that was out, right?
Yes.
So tell us about
90s karate.
Tell us about the movie, what to expect.
Sorry, my son was talking to me. Are you there?
Yeah. Tell us what you
Okay.
what do you expect from the movie? Like what's it about?
Okay, so the movie starts. You're in the woods at an Asian looking house, and there's 3 brothers who are training to become ninjas. So their grandpa is an Asian guy, and these 3 brothers look totally American white kids.
Yeah.
But they're training, like they stay with their grandpa over the summer and they train to be ninjas. And at the end of this little segment, they get masks and they get names too. They get ninja names. So their names are Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum.
Rocky
Tum
Colt
Tum
and
is the youngest. Yep. So you got Rocky. He's like the leader of the group. You have Colt, who's like the bad boy, and then you have Tum Tum, who is the younger brother who loves to eat, specifically jelly beans. He loves to eat jelly beans, but he just eats stuff all the time. He's always hungry. So the grandpa and them are training, and then all of a sudden they get a visit from an old friend who is actually a bad guy in the movie, who the father of these 3 brothers is an FBI agent, and he's after this bad guy. So at the very beginning of the movie, this bad guy is actually buying weapons from the FBI in a sting operation, and he ends up getting away. And come to find out, he's an old business partner of the grandpa. So there's like this whole thing going on with, they think that their grandpa might be bad, but he's actually not, this and that.
Oh.
So then after all of this, there's a plot to kidnap the boys. So the bad guy sends these 3 surfer dudes to the house to get the boys. and the boys end up just beating the living mess out of them. It's so great. They have all kind of traps and stuff. They use
Like a
their
little Home
skill as
Alone aspect
ninja.
to it, huh?
Yes, exactly. It's so good, and that is such a streamlined view of what's happening. But I don't want to spoil all of it. Those
Yeah.
are just a bit of the highlights and some things that you can expect.
Well,
There's a lot of action, dude. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of ninjas.
let me ask you
There's
this: is there any bad like bad language or sex scenes or anything like that in this movie? So
no, not at all.
it's
All
a
of this
great.
is really good.
I feel like a lot of these 90s movies are really family oriented, you know? And
Oh, this one definitely is.
yeah. And these kids, boys, especially have like 4 or 5-year-old boys, 6-year-old boys that love wrestling and play fighting and karate. Man, they'll love that. Sounds like a movie that they actually like really enjoy,
Dude,
a little
yeah,
bit.
and like I don't know who they got to do the stunts and all that, but all of the choreography and stuff was
Yeah.
so good. Like
Oh,
it was really good fighting, really exciting to watch. And these 3 little boys, they had to have had some sort of training in real life because it was like not totally believable, but it was believable enough to where it didn't take you out of the movie. It was like, wow, like they're actually fighting. So, highly suggest this film. It would be cool if maybe we could watch the trailer or something. You can kind of get an idea of what's going on.
yeah, we definitely. I'm going to throw the video up there. It's already been playing a little bit, and kind of let everybody kind of look at the video and kind of see the video what you're talking about. Kind of throw the trailer and all, but yeah. So it's described. It's really a simple description of the film. It's a PG movie. Each year, 3 brothers visit the grandfather for the summer. He is highly skilled in ninjutsu, and for years he has trained the boys in his techniques. So that's what it says in reference to the movie. But so you saying there's a 3 Ninjas 2 and a 3 Ninjas 3?
Yeah, I think there's some others. I'm not sure if the same actors are in all of them. Those, from what I remember, I wasn't into those as much. I would say stick with the first one, and if you want to watch the others, that's cool. But the first one is the one I have the most nostalgia for. So
Let me tell you something. What I think of when you tell me this, when you told me this the other day, like, hey, I got to go over this movie. It was an awesome movie to watch with the kid and all that. First thing I thought of was the old Ninja Turtle movies, like where they're in the sewers and they're ordering the pizza and they're like, just leave the pizza right there, and acting like somebody. And it's like, keep the change. And Michelangelo takes the pizza and everything. And they do all these karate and you heard Michelangelo, didn't you? And you hear my son behind me.
Surprised. Yeah.
My son behind me was like smiling and stuff.
Totally noticed that.
You wouldn't be surprised what?
So, I wouldn't be surprised if they made this movie because the Ninja Turtle stuff. You can tell
think he's breaking up a little bit, guys, but I think what he's saying, he would be surprised that the Ninja Turtles kind of maybe persuaded the director to make this movie. Because karate was huge back then.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Yeah, so I would say this movie is a mixture of Ninja Turtles and Home Alone. Like that'd probably be a good description of it,
Yeah. And dude, you can't go wrong with those kind of movies either. Like when we was opening gifts this Christmas and all that, behind us you can actually see Home Alone playing on the TV. And I'm telling you, I look around the room and you see everybody kind of watching the show, even while the kids open their gifts, look like they're glancing at it, because it's just a funny, such nostalgic movie, tradition. So when you think nostalgic 90s, you think Ninja Turtles. When you think Ninja Turtles, you think karate.
Totally.
You think karate. So then if you watch this, it has karate in it and it's 90s movie. Like you get in both aspects to it. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hit either way. So I'm definitely going to have to watch this with the son next chance I get in between Mardi Gras, I guess. But we're definitely going to have to do that.
Yep, and it is available on YouTube for free, so it's an
Oh.
easy one to get into.
Do you have to have YouTube Premium, or can you just watch it and it's just free?
No, it's just free.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
Yep.
Well, that's not bad at all. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I didn't realize until you started telling me that there's a lot of movies and stuff, guys, if you don't know, on YouTube. So if you're not wanting to pay that YouTube TV subscription, now YouTube TV, if you don't know, I don't want to make it sound like there are some people that just don't know, but YouTube TV is actually like live TV in services. So you actually got to pay for that, about $75. But YouTube is actually free unless you do a YouTube Premium subscription for $15 a month, $15 to $16 a month. But you don't need that to watch these movies, is what Gray is saying. So
there's like a whole section on YouTube that's just like free movies. And if you don't have Premium, I believe they have ads.
Yeah,
that are in there, but yeah, they're totally free.
The YouTube Premium, I have to say, is really, man, it's worth it just because of no commercials, especially on YouTube videos. And now you got movies and stuff like that. It's especially worth it. But it's all based on everybody's budget. Everybody has a different budget, right? And different priorities. But definitely, I'm going to check out the movie section and definitely have to check that out, though, and check it and see what some old movies, because it's so hard these days. And tell me if I'm wrong, it's so hard to find a good movie without any kind of political movement in it these days, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Or something else,
Agreed.
you know, that you just maybe don't agree with, or hey, you just want to watch a show with your son or your daughter and not have to worry about all that stuff. So I think that's a good pick, man. I got to give that to you. So, but with that being said, do you want to wrap this thing up? And I'm going to let you hit the cold waters at the beach.
Yeah, I just got one thing to say. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. That's all I got to say. And if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out at GGratedChannel@gmail.com.
All right.
Let us know your favorite gaming moment of the week and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I'm playing it now, baby. It's wrapping on up. I gotta play the game. Here we go. Boom. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like Gray said, make sure you email us at GGratedChannel.com. GGratedChannel.com. Make sure you like, follow. Gray, it was always a pleasure.
GGratedChannel@gmail.com. GGratedChannel@gmail.com.
See, I always leave that to you. I don't know why I just try to do it. But guys, make sure you like us on Facebook as well, on a Facebook group that is called GG Rated. We will see you in the next episode, episode 26. Thank you for stopping by. Y'all have a great weekend and have a happy Mardi Gras. Peace.